Hello, woof, woof. My name is Tosha and I am the only dog on YouTube doing motorhome and campervan presentations. I am also the least vicious dog on the internet, which is why I only give a right biting to those that do not pay attention to me. Today we have this vehicle, which is the Concorde Centurion. The Centurion is available on the Iveco Daily, Attigo or Actros chassis, and in this presentation we are just going to look at the Iveco Daily version. You will just have to come back later if you want to hear me bark about the other versions. If it is on an Iveco Daily chassis, anyone can drive it who has an EU driving license before 1996, as it does not exceed the 7,500 kilograms total weight limit. Fortunately, the rules changed in that year, meaning that anyone who passed their driving test after 1996 must do an additional test for vehicles weighing more than 3,500 kilograms. The Iveco Daily 70C chassis has a 4-cylinder, 3-liter engine with 154 kilowatts, 210 horsepower. There are two versions of this vehicle. One has a length of 877 centimeters and the other 908 centimeters. The width is 238 centimeters and the height 354 centimeters. Some of the features include full LED headlights. LED has a somewhat similar light spectrum to that of daylight and makes perception easier for the eye at night. The headlights have less of a dazzling effect and a longer service life. This vehicle uses an air baffle system. To produce power, an engine also needs fresh air to breathe as well as sufficient cooling. The Concorde Centurion air baffles take care of this by forcing the airflow through the 3 radiator planes and ensure that you can draw upon the 210 horsepower at any time. The windscreen is bonded, which you may think more elegant than rubber glazing, as well as reducing wind noise. Apparently, bonding can increase the chassis stiffness and thereby further reduce the noise development. This ensures greater safety by stiffening the front mask and less chassis twisting with lower tension in the glass. Let's have a look at the two layout possibilities of the motorhome. As there are two lengths, then we could say that there are a total of 4 choices. The differences between them are in the bedroom and the lounge. At the back there is a bedroom. Below that there is a very large garage in which you could carry a lifetime's worth of premium dog food. Next to the bedroom, there is a large washroom, with toilet, shower, dresser and wardrobes. On leaving the washroom, we enter the living and driving area, and on our left we have the kitchen. Now we can see the differences in layout in the lounge. Here we have what is called a bar layout. It has a forward-facing chair with a table, which rotates but would be useful for sitting and perhaps doing some work whilst your dog is doing the driving. Before doing this, do check that your dog's driving license permits her or him to drive a vehicle of this size. On the other side of the motorhome there is a couch. In this version we have sofas on either side of the motorhome in what is sometimes called the face-to-face configuration. There is a 360-degree camera system that is integrated into the rear of the motorhome and gives the driver an overview of what is happening. That will be particularly useful for those who got a license before 1996 and have just been driving cars. Please remember that motorhomes like this are largely built to order. The cab interior uses lighting from the automobile sector. It supports what the manufacturers call an active dashboard, which can be tailored to the driver's needs. It has the control units, including the 2 monitors for the camera and the navigation system, one on each side of the driver. This is integrated in the ambience lighting, with indirect lighting and optical accents created by subtly luminous, matte circles of light. The central locking system is controlled by the ignition key. The washroom has a mineral composite panel radiator in a Carrara Bianco color scheme. Together with the heated stainless steel bar, it will dry your towels and provide your dog with warmth when you dry her or him off after a walk in the rain. There is also underfloor heating to keep your dog's paws warm. The seating group has flexible elements designed to support the back. The company claims that this promotes a better sitting posture whilst you are sitting in front of the television. I personally don't think this is health promoting, as instead of watching the television, you should be taking your dog for a very long walk. In the kitchen we find one of these silly drop-down coffee machines which make dreadful coffee. This also a pull-out pantry, ideal for keeping tins of premium dog food. There is a double sink, big fridge, oven and a modern gastro tab, ideal for filling your dog's water bowl. For cooking there are 2 hobs plus an induction plate. Always remember to feed your dog first before cooking for yourself. The standard power package is based on a 24-volt electrical system. Compared to a 12-volt system, the 220-amp alternator delivers twice the energy into the 24-volt, 180-ampere-hour lithium battery via the 30-amp charge booster. The Sinus inverter with mains power compensator ensures a 230-volt peak output of 7,000 watts with a rated output of 3,500 watt-hours. The rear garage has a floor covering of an aluminium checker plate which, I hope, will be long-lasting. There are rings and rails for you to secure items should you wish. The flaps to the outer access storage have polyurethane insulated door flaps which are designed to prevent water ingress. This is aided by hidden hinge strips. The base price for this motorhome is €327,000, but it will probably be a lot more expensive by the time you have added all sorts of extras on. My owner has done a video walkthrough of this motorhome and there will be a link below if you are interested and if I can be bothered to put the link in. If you like this video and benefit from it, you might want to give me some support on Patreon. As I am a dog, I am not allowed to have a Patreon account but my owner has one and the link is below. However, please remember to write and tell him that this is for Tosha, and not for him, otherwise he will probably just spend the money on beer, crunchy bars and contraceptives. Woof, woof.